Alrighty, hi guys. Welcome back to Simple Living PEI. I hope you guys had a fabulous Christmas. It is now the new year. So I got my jingle on. Can you see that? Let me see if I can do this better. Just a minute. Mess around. So yeah, I mentioned to Fred that a couple of bigger comfy t-shirts would be nice from Santa Claus, and yeah, I got my jingle on. So anyway, like I said, I hope you all had a great holiday. I know some holidays aren't done yet, but for me, Christmas was the other day. We are officially done Christmas. I'm still gonna wear my jingle t-shirt. I don't care what time of year it is. It's a comfy t-shirt. I did get two. The other one had some gingerbread men and everything on it. So, yeah, why not? We got comfy t-shirts. Might as well wear comfy t-shirts. So, anyway, it's official. We are now in Pantry Challenge. So here is my plan, okay? If it's not in my pantry, my Lazy Susan, forgive this guy, down here where the jars are, or in the freezer, we're not eating it. Sounds a little hard, but I've noticed the last time we did our freezer meals, there was a lot of stuff that we have here that I could easily be using up. So let me show you what we've got and we'll talk about our plan. Okay, so first things first, guys. This is the little built-in pantry in our kitchen. And there are things in here that I have that we really haven't used a lot of. I am almost out of some things. But there's stuff that I made that we tried that I'm going to be getting rid of. This is a rhubarb syrup, but it's cooked too long. It didn't come out right. I got one jar of pickles left up here. And then there's this stuff. Oh, chili sauce. If you're in Canada, you probably grew up with chili sauce. We also used my last jar of zucchini relish and Lady Ashburnham relish. These we're going to be making more of next year. I made some last year. We've got jam specifically labeled for Fred. He has 3 jars left from last year. But I have other things that I made. That's apple butter. This is a chutney. There's more chutney here. We need to use this stuff up. And then we have the cans. Obviously, yeah, you know if it's half price and the dates are good, I'm gonna grab them. We have things like coconut milk. By the way, recipe-wise, if you ever see this stuff, oh, it's cheaper than the cans. And it's the same amount as a can. You mix it with the water, put it in your recipe, it's good to go. I went crazy on the corn, guys. Crazy on the corn. Mostly because it was so impossible to find. And then it went on sale. But we also have this drawer. Do you think I have a few cans I really need to use up? We have our Classico. Those are the newest ones. I'm going to move them back. Our split pea and ham soup. Some more corn. There's some cream corn. We have tomatoes. More Classico. Kidney beans. And then this is like just a dry goods store. So we've got pastas, brown rice, things like that. A couple of Cheetos dressings. So there are a couple of more items that were in this drawer that I've had for a while. I got them, same thing, half price, right? And we're going to be adding these to our meal plans. Now, the kitchen's a bit of a mess because we made some muffins. I'll show you those here in a bit. But I also have these. They're called one skillet meals. Now, these have been in the cupboard for a while. They're not expired, nothing like that. But I never opened them and never tried them. So we have Mediterranean lemon and chicken barley. I have chicken. I have carrots. I have spinach. That's on next week's meal plan. This one's the Moroccan chicken with barley. I have carrots. I have chicken. I have frozen cauliflower. And I have raisins. Let's use it up. Well, I'm just hanging out here with my air fryer and my toaster. Mostly because I've got a really big Lazy Susan down here. Now, we do a lot of stuff with dried things. And same thing. But a lot of the stuff in here we have been using, but there's a couple of things we haven't. And that's the stuff that we actually need to use. Oh, I scrubbed the sink back there and I still didn't put the rack away, but all I can smell is the cleaner. So if I sneeze, I apologize now. Okay, I had a small pause. I sneezed. All right, like I said, to the point. So this, whoops, you can't see that. This is my Lazy Susan. Now, first thing is these guys. So my old job, I managed a retail location, and one of the things that we had were these products that we sold. There were like keto protein powders, jazz like that. But one thing to think of in a lot of retail, things grow little legs and walk away. So what they had done, the manufacturer, they had all these empty big plastic containers with just the labels on them. And well, when we stopped selling the product, instead of just recycling them, I brought them home. I pulled the labels off. Might as well use it. They're the perfect size. So these things are literally about 1.5 liters, maybe a little bit more. So we've got things like icing sugar. This one is semolina. But, long way down. That's where we also keep all our beans. So we have green split peas. We have, well, cornmeal, navy beans, yellow beans, and kidney beans down there. Those are the things that we need to be using up. Now, my problem is, let me pull a couple of things out here. Oh yeah, pancake mix. Oh yeah, good stuff. This one here, cookie mix. Oh. Remember, I keep talking every now and then about when I get my veggie orders, Crystal Green Farms. They make a fabulous cookie mix. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, one of the things that I really need to use, oops, is this stuff. Brown rice. Brown rice is better for me. As I've mentioned before, I am diabetic, type 2. Don't worry, not medicated, nothing like that. So I still have to pay attention to what I bring. Brown rice is not really a rice, it's a grass, right? It's better for you. But I also have a whole bunch of white rice. I've got this white rice. I also have the other jar up top. Things like this is what we need to use up. So one of my challenges for myself during our January pantry challenge is what can I do with brown rice? I do know that, sorry about that. My glasses are falling down. I do know that I can make some great breakfasts with brown rice. So that's going to be one of my chores. So our next time together, I'll show you our first week. And I'll also show you whatever breakfast I find that I can use with brown rice. Why not? I also know I can put this, I don't know if my old blender can do it though, because I don't really have the best blender in the world. I could put that stuff in a blender and make some brown rice flour, but my luck, I'll kill the blender. So anyway, let's get back to the conversation at hand. Get these guys back in here, because if I don't, they'll sit on the counter and I'll forget about them. So a couple other things that I do keep down here that we use. We do have pinto beans. I don't use a lot of pinto beans, so normally one bag fits in there just fine. Pearl barley, we use a lot of barley. I've just cooked barley, mix it with some mixed veggies, and cook the barley in chicken stock or beef stock or whatever, or veggie stock if you're not a beef or chicken eater, and add the veggies. Kind of turn it into a barley pilaf. That's actually really good. And then of course soup and stew all the time. Another thing we have in here, this stuff here, these are those, kind of hard to see. There you go. Those are those little tiny egg noodles for soup. So I make cheater soup with the dried veggies that we have, this stuff, and a little bit of stock. It's a perfect little meal just for me, if it's just me. And I do have some arborio rice for risotto. We don't make as much risotto as we used to, mostly because I'm not gonna lie, Parmesan cheese is expensive, and I love Parmesan risotto with green peas. Oh, one of my favorites. But we haven't made it for a while. I might, after our challenge, I might have to go and get some good shaved Parmesan and make some risotto. Alrighty, now the last and the latest addition to our Lazy Susan are black turtle beans. It's a black bean. You call them black beans, call them turtle beans. It really kind of depends on where you are and where you grew up. For me, they're turtle beans. So, but we also like refried beans. Turtle beans. This is the new bag. I have not had turtle beans except in the can, already cooked. This will be the first time that we're going to be using turtle beans uncooked. So, but this is the stuff here, guys. Sorry, part of the stuff here that we really need to use up. So one of the staples of our house, aside from the pickling salt that I'm getting out of the way, is this stuff. This is a heavy box. Ta-da! Kodiak cakes. Now, if I can get them at the one store where I can get them from locally, I usually end up getting like 3 boxes at a time. So there's 4 bags, but when you do these, they're chocolate chips. You can make blueberry grunts, which is kind of like a cobbler kind of setup, or the pancakes. You can add whatever you want. You can turn these into power flapjacks by adding milk. Replace the water with milk, add an egg basically, or just the water. I usually use milk powder when I make these up, so that way I don't put too much liquid in. I've got one bag on the go over there in the cupboard, one loose bag, and that box. So the next time they go on sale, I'll be getting some more. So we have a new member to the household appliance. Say hi to the chest freezer. So we spent the other day post-Christmas getting a couple of things done that we needed to get done. Doing a little bit of walking around, you know. I had to go get a new pastry scraper. We got some new measuring cups because, you know, I wanted that next set and I got them. But on the way home, we're like, hey, let's zip into Habitat for Humanity. Let's see if they got anything good. So I'm going to lean on the kitty tree. So we went into Habitat for Humanity, found an office chair for Freddie, which was great because I've kind of confiscated both of the chairs, one for my office upstairs when I'm working, and then the other one at my desk down here for when I'm working with you guys. And I'm walking around and I see this little chest freezer. Now we've been looking for this exact same little chest freezer for this exact same size. It's a little Frigidaire. And, you know, chest freezers are not cheap. I mean, for that size, I was looking at $500 to $600, really depending on where you bought it. And I got him for $150, works beautifully. And post-Christmas sales, saved a little bit of money on top of that. So to be honest, it turned out to be a great day. Now we've got the chest freezer. So now we're going to go and check out our still next area for food. And I've already made some room in there, even though it still looks like a write-off after our freezer meal day. Take a look at our freezer now. Well, there's our list. We've got a few things crossed off. And up top there, where's all my Birdie's chocolate? All the berries are now in the big freezer. But like I said, we have a lot of food that we should be eating up. So there's really not a lot that's ours in here left anymore, except for some bags of veggies, some green beans. We did have to get some ice cream. But yeah, we've got a lot of food, but we can do this. So now the freezer, of course, that thing, it's not the tidiest thing in the world right now. We know that. Since when is my freezer ever tidy? As my mother says, Tammy, clean your freezer. Yes, mother. Now, the part that does suck about a chest freezer is most of them are not frost-free. So that guy right there, I'm going to have to plan it out at least twice a year, minimum. It's got to be emptied and defrosted. It's light enough too that if we defrost it, we could literally put it out on the deck, pull the plug, take the hose to it if we wanted to. But the way we have it planned, well, the way I should say I have it planned, is meats, breads, and things like that. So let me show you what I've done to this little freezer so far, and tell me if you think it seems like a silly idea. Hopefully it works. Okay? Let me show you what I did. Alrighty. So this is what I did. What do you think of that? So these are little tiny curtain rods, those little spring-loaded things. Stand the bread up and just let it do its thing. Oh, we never did wash. This is Freddie's fingerprints from when we brought it in. Do you think these shouldn't, hopefully, cause too much of a problem? They're not jammed against the back side of the freezer either. And then, of course, Fred thought I was crazy. He says, that won't work. Check it out. We have clearance. This bin down here, it's just a black bin, see? Now we're gonna trim. I do have another one. The problem is that I have to trim the lips on the sides for the two to fit side by side. It should work out all right, I think, guys. Yeah. I'm thinking it's about time we made some jam too. I'm pretty sure there's a bag of strawberries in that freezer still. I don't know yet. I'll have to look. If not, the jam, I should say, we'll have to wait till February, because the only thing we are buying for the month of January, kitty stuff, milk, and any medication that we might need. So if one of them gets cold, that's about it. So medication, milk, and cat food. And the last section of our household, all this stuff. I have to redo some rearranging and stuff because we've been using things and then just putting the empty jar back in the same spot. So I do have to move some stuff around. But I have to tell you, I have some bad news. The one pickle that we made, the one that we put the peppers in, they're way too soft. Can't do it. I tried eating them. Can't do it. So unfortunately, we have pickles on the go. But the bread and butter pickles, oh, these guys came out good. Oh, wait a minute. I do have one more spot to show you. Let's go take a look. I forgot to show you the closet. So, yeah, this is a weird closet. We have cleaners and stuff up here. But I forgot. We have stewed rhubarb, tomatoes, barbecue sauce. But the reason why I'm coming in here, as long as I don't hurt myself, are these pickles. Now, they're still a little soft. So these were the ones that we did where we soaked them with the alum. Decided that, one, I think these cucumbers might have been a little too old, which is unfortunate. But these ones are still a little soft. I think I just said that. But they're not mushy. These ones we're going to eat. Why not? So, yeah. that's our plan, guys. So it is going to be officially New Year's. Well, by the time you guys see this, New Year's will have passed. So we've got our weekly planner here. Now, Saturday night, right here, we have a weird little tradition, Fred and I, where we make a pizza ring on New Year's Eve. I have no idea why it started or how it started. Ring in the new year is what we think, but we've been doing it for so long now, we honestly don't remember. So Saturday night is the pizza ring. And like I said, by the time you see this, it'll be officially January. And I'll show you the pizza ring. What? Now, I'm going to try out one of these muffins. But this is how I made them. Go ahead and enjoy the little video, and I'll post the link down below with the recipe, okay? The only change that I did to this recipe is I added a little bit of cinnamon because I like cinnamon in my banana muffins. These are cold now because I did make those actually a little bit ago, because if you noticed I was wearing a pink shirt. Yeah, my pink shirt is now covered in banana because, excuse me guys, because I made a bit of a mess. No worries. But one thing to keep in mind, like we've talked before, if you see a good deal, you jump at it. See all these bananas right here? Oh, there's one over there that I didn't yank. Now, yeah, they've got the brown spots. These guys are perfectly ripe, except for a couple on the bottom that were bruised. Cost me a whole $1. So, yeah, there were a couple of things that... Izzy down there, sorry. I just spotted Izzy tail. But there's a couple of things that needed to be purchased today. Food was not one of them. But when I went by and I saw the clearance rack with all of these fabulous looking bananas that are really, they're perfectly firm. There's no massive bruises, nothing. Like we actually had a half a banana each and a little bit of ice cream for dessert. Made the muffins. We'll have yogurt, banana, and granola for breakfast tomorrow. Wicked little muffin. And use them up. But that's going to be the last. Now, if I had the time over the next few days, I probably would have bought 4 of these ones that were nice and perfectly ripe. And probably would have put them through the dehydrator and made more banana chips. But I just didn't have time. So I didn't. I wish I had a freeze dryer. Freeze-dried bananas. If you've ever had freeze-dried bananas, trust me, they're good. But anyway, that's it tonight. Fred's asleep, so we've been doing all this. I admit, I've been doing this for a few months now, but when Freddie's home, I'm still a little embarrassed when I'm having a good conversation with you guys. But that's a self-confidence thing for me. Don't worry, I'm fine. So, as I said, it is officially Pantry Challenge. If it is not milk, cat food, or any medication, if I happen to get sick or catch a cold or whatever, or if I run out of one of my vitamins, that's it. I have got $15 put aside for milk. So that is our milk money. I've got 2 cartons of milk in the fridge right now. Oops, a little bit wiggly. Maybe I'll look into a gimbal. I'm having serious squirrel moments today. Sorry, tangent after tangent after tangent. Not intended. But like I said, we've got 2 cartons of milk now. I've got like 5 pounds of butter. We've got our cheese because, hey, I'm a cheese girl. You know I've got cheese in my house. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. So one thing, first of the week, we're using that barley mix because we've got the lettuce, we've got the carrots. Spinach and the carrots. I've got frozen cauliflower and carrots. So those 2 barley mixes, they're going to be in our first week menu plan, or maybe one week and one the next. I haven't decided 100% yet, one or the other. We've got our breakfasts. We've got our muffins. So I've got bananas in the freezer as well, so we can make more muffins at any time. I've got lots of oatmeal. We've got flour. We've got eggs. We've got everything. Because I, unfortunately, am one of those people where I hate running out of stuff. So I know I'm going to run out of maybe some things, and I'll probably end up freaking out. But don't worry. We'll be good. But like I said, that's it for today, guys. I will post our videos and show you what we've been doing and what we've been making. And also next week, I'll show you our pizza ring for New Year's Eve so you guys can see it. And I guess that's all. I don't know what else to say. Cheerio. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate you watching, hanging out. Send me your comments. Send me some notes. Hey, if you got any great recipes for brown rice, send them to me. Leave me a comment with a recipe for brown rice. Now, these muffin recipes are from allrecipes.com, so I will link the recipe for you again down below as well. Have a great day, and when we're done this challenge, we're going to start talking seeds. Oh my gosh, we're already got to think about the garden. All right, thanks for watching. Come along with us as we do our Simpler Life on PEI. Bye for now.